Welcome to my channel Valuable Rare Coins because, as you know, old is gold. Some of the rarest coins worth big money could be hiding in your hands right now. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and watch till the end. Let's dive in. First, we're uncovering the incredible story behind a modern coin that could be hiding in your spare change right now, the 2004 Wisconsin State Quarter. This coin is not just another piece of loose pocket change. It's become a legend in the world of numismatics, and some versions of it have shocked collectors with their jaw-dropping value at auction. You definitely don't want to miss a single detail about this fascinating piece of American coinage history. The 2004 Wisconsin Quarter was released as part of the 50 State Quarters program, which began in 1999 to celebrate each U.S. state with a unique reverse design. When it was time to honor Wisconsin, the coin featured a beautiful and symbolic image, a cow, a wheel of cheese, and an ear of corn, proudly representing the state's rich agricultural heritage. It's a lovely tribute, but what truly makes this coin extraordinary is not the design itself. It's what went wrong during production that made this quarter the talk of the town. Shortly after these quarters were released, collectors and even everyday Americans started noticing something unusual about the corn on the coin. That's right, the ear of corn featured on the Wisconsin Quarter became the centerpiece of a numismatic mystery. Sharp-eyed collectors spotted that some of these coins had something extra growing from the left side of the corn, an additional leaf that shouldn't have been there. In fact, two separate ear varieties began to appear, one known as the extra leaf high and the other as the extra leaf low, both rare, both exciting, and both incredibly valuable. These extra leaf varieties are believed to have been caused by accidental damage or alterations to the dye used during the minting process at the Denver Mint. Whether it was a mechanical slip-up or a deliberate tweak, no one knows for sure, but what we do know is that these errors were limited to only a fraction of the total coins produced, making them rare, mysterious, and highly desirable for serious collectors. Not all 2004 Wisconsin quarters have this error, which is exactly what makes the hunt so thrilling. So how can you tell if you've got one of these elusive coins in your collection or tucked away in a jar of quarters? Flip the coin to the reverse side and take a close look at the left side of the cornstalk. On the standard version, there should be just one leaf curling down. But if your coin has a second, extra leaf sticking out, either positioned higher or lower than the original, you might be holding a very rare piece of U.S. minting history. Even if it's circulated, these error coins are highly collectible and could be worth far more than their face value. Collectors across the country went into a frenzy trying to locate these coins, and demand for the extra leaf Wisconsin quarters exploded in the market. Coin dealers and grading services started to receive more and more of these errors, and prices climbed rapidly, especially for those in excellent condition or certified by professional grading agencies. Coins graded MS 65 or higher are particularly valuable, especially when they display the error clearly and remain in pristine condition with strong luster and no signs of heavy wear. As awareness spread and excitement grew, these coins started showing up in online auctions and at coin shows, often fetching staggering prices compared to regular state quarters. Collectors who were lucky enough to spot the error early on were able to secure coins for a bargain, and today, those same coins are considered highly prized trophies in the world of modern U.S. coin collecting. It's a perfect example of how a simple design flaw can transform a modern coin into a six-figure masterpiece that gets everyone talking. And yes, if you've been wondering just how valuable one of these coins can really be, buckle up, because here comes the most incredible part of this story. In recent years, a verified 2004 Wisconsin State Quarter featuring the extra leaf high error, in exceptional mint state condition, sold at auction for a staggering price of $100,000. Imagine that. What was once a 25-cent coin, minted for general circulation, became a life-changing discovery for one lucky collector. That's the magic of numismatics, the thrill of the hunt, the joy of the find, and the possibility that the next rare treasure is just sitting there, waiting to be discovered in your pocket change. So, take a moment today to dig through your quarters, especially those from 2004. Check that cornstalk closely and carefully. You never know, you might just uncover one of the most exciting modern era coins in U.S. history. If you've already found one of these or have questions about your collection, drop a comment down below. We'd love to hear your story, help you identify your coins, and maybe even feature your discovery in a future video. Second rare coin, we're diving into the warm, sunny state of Florida, not for the beaches, but for something even more exciting hiding in your coin jar, the 2004 Florida State Quarter. At first glance, this quarter might look like just another piece of everyday change, but what if I told you that one of these coins, under the right conditions and with the right features, could be worth a small fortune? That's right, this coin could turn your pocket change into something worth celebrating with fireworks and palm trees, released as part of the iconic 50 State Quarters program by the United States Mint. The 2004 Florida Quarter represents more than just sunshine. It marks a celebration of exploration, history, and state pride. The design on the reverse features a Spanish galleon, a space shuttle taking off, and the outline of the state of Florida, three powerful symbols capturing the legacy of discovery and the future of innovation. But while this design alone is beautiful and meaningful, what has really captured the attention of coin collectors around the country are the rare and valuable errors discovered on certain versions of this coin. That's where the real magic begins. Some of these Florida quarters left the mint with flaws that weren't meant to be there, but have since become the most desirable features to look for. We're talking about misstrikes, double dies, and even missing elements in the design. These kinds of minting errors are extremely rare and always in high demand among collectors, especially when found in excellent condition and authenticated by professional grading services. That tiny coin in your change might be holding onto a secret that could be worth thousands, or even more. One of the most talked about error types seen on the Florida Quarter involves doubled die obverse, where parts of the inscriptions or images on the coin appear slightly doubled due to a misalignment in the striking process. These errors are often easiest to spot in the lettering, so check the words United States of America or Liberty for signs of doubling. Even a slight duplication can turn an ordinary coin into a highly sought-after rarity that collectors are willing to pay top dollar for. Another prized variety comes from clipped planchets, where a portion of the coin is literally missing due to an error in cutting the blank metal discs before minting. These are visually dramatic and unmistakable once you know what to look for. Then there are off-center strikes, where the design appears shifted to one side, sometimes revealing the raw edge of the blank coin. These errors give each coin a unique personality and make it a one-of-a-kind piece of numismatic history. If you're lucky enough to find one of these error coins in uncirculated or mint condition, the value skyrockets. Coins that have never been in circulation and still have their original luster free of scratches or wear are extremely desirable, especially when combined with rare errors. Certified grading by trusted services like PCGS or NGC adds another layer of trust and value, confirming your coin's authenticity and helping it stand out in competitive auctions. Collectors are constantly hunting for these Florida quarters with known error varieties, and over the years, several stunning examples have surfaced at major auctions. One coin, in particular, with a dramatic die error and top-tier grading, caused a major buzz in the collecting community when it hit the auction block. The growing demand for state quarter errors, especially from the earlier years of the program, has only fueled interest in the Florida edition, making it one of the most talked-about state quarters on the market today. So if you've got a 2004 Florida state quarter lying around, now's the time to pull it out and take a closer look. Check for doubling in the letters, misaligned designs, missing parts of the coin, or anything that looks out of the ordinary. These little details could be signs that you're holding a rare treasure. And if you think you've found something special, get it graded, because that's the first step to unlocking its full potential value in the collector's world. And now, here's the moment we've all been waiting for, the big reveal that makes every coin hunter's heart race. Among the known examples of Florida state quarters with rare and dramatic minting errors, one extraordinary piece, graded at an exceptional mint state level and featuring a major die error, was recently sold at auction for a jaw-dropping price of $100,000. That's right. What started as a simple 25-cent coin became a life-changing payday for a sharp-eyed collector who knew exactly what to look for. Just imagine the thrill of finding one of these coins in your own collection and knowing it could be worth more than a luxury car or even a home down payment. So go check your quarters, especially those from 2004, and keep your eyes open for those rare telltale signs. And if you think you've found something interesting or have questions about your own collection, drop a comment down below. We'd love to hear your story, help you identify your coin, and maybe even feature your find in one of our upcoming videos. Third expensive coin. We're talking about the magnificent 2003 Alabama State Quarter, a piece of American history that celebrates heritage, music, and pride. And one that could potentially be worth thousands of dollars to the right collector if it has the right kind of rare features. The Alabama State Quarter was the 22nd coin released in the legendary 50 State Quarters program, a groundbreaking initiative by the United States Mint that began in 1999 and ran through 2008. This coin honors the great state of Alabama with a design that is not only beautiful but deeply meaningful. The reverse of the coin features none other than Helen Keller, a true American icon known for her incredible achievements despite being deaf and blind. She's seated with a Braille inscription of her name, the first U.S. coin ever to feature Braille, along with a longleaf pine branch and magnolia blossoms, capturing the state's natural charm and cultural pride. But what really turns this coin from a symbolic tribute into a jaw-dropping collector's item is the presence of certain rare errors and varieties that occurred during the minting process. These unexpected anomalies were not part of the original design, but rather the result of mechanical missteps, die damage, or accidental variations that ended up creating something incredibly rare and valuable. Collectors absolutely love these unique quirks because they transform an ordinary coin into a one-of-a-kind treasure that stands out in any collection. One of the most desirable error types associated with the 2003 Alabama quarter is the double die error. This occurs when the coin is struck twice by the die but slightly misaligned, causing parts of the design, such as the text, the Braille inscription, or even Helen Keller's figure, to appear doubled. These doubling effects are often subtle, but can be clearly spotted under magnification, especially around the words "Spirit of Courage" or the state name Alabama along the top of the coin. Finding a coin with this kind of visible doubling is like finding a rare gem hidden in plain sight. Another incredibly rare error found on this coin involves off-center strikes, where the design is not properly aligned during minting. This causes the images or text to be slightly pushed to one side, sometimes leaving a blank crescent of metal on the edge of the coin. The more off-center the strike, the rarer and more valuable the coin becomes, especially if the date and key elements of the design are still visible. Imagine finding a 2003 Alabama quarter with Helen Keller's image shifted dramatically to one side. That's the kind of error collectors go wild for. There have also been reports of clipped planchets, where part of the coin is literally missing due to a cutting error before the coin was struck. These kinds of mistakes are not only easy to spot, but are incredibly appealing because they're so unique. Combine that with a strong grade, such as MS65 or above from a top grading service, and you've got a coin that's not just rare, but also extremely valuable in the collector's market. Coins with errors in pristine condition are the gold standard for collectors and can fetch top dollar at auctions and private sales alike. These rare Alabama quarters are not just prized for their errors. They're also in high demand because of their historic design and strong symbolism. Being the first U.S. coin to include Braille and one of the few to feature a famous female historical figure, the 2003 Alabama quarter is already a standout even without errors. But when you add minting anomalies, superb condition, and high grading into the equation, you're looking at a coin that becomes a centerpiece in any serious collection over the years. Several of these rare and valuable Alabama quarters have surfaced in auctions, often selling for jaw-dropping prices far beyond what most people would ever expect from a 25-cent coin. Coins with clear double-die features, significant off-center strikes, or clipped planchets, especially when graded mint state, have proven time and again that even modern coins can hold incredible value in the eyes of collectors who recognize their rarity and significance. If you have a 2003 Alabama quarter in your possession, now is the perfect time to take a very close look. Use a magnifying glass to examine the details. Look closely at the Braille, the text, the date, and the design edges. Any unusual doubling, misalignments, or missing parts could be the key to unlocking the hidden value of your coin. And if you do think you've found something rare, get it professionally graded to confirm its authenticity and condition. This can make a huge difference in how much your coin is worth on the market. And now, for the moment we've all been waiting for, the value that makes every collector's heart skip a beat. One extraordinary 2003 Alabama state quarter, featuring a prominent die error and graded in exceptional mint state, was recently confirmed to have sold at auction for an unbelievable price of $80,000. That's right. What was once a humble quarter celebrating a historic figure from Alabama turned into a small fortune for one incredibly lucky and observant collector. And the best part? There could be more out there, waiting to be discovered by someone just like you. So don't wait. Go through your coin jars, your old collections, and that change in your car console. The next rare Alabama quarter might be right under your nose, ready to change your life forever. Especially, we're taking a deep dive into a remarkable piece of American history, the 2001 New York State Quarter. At first glance, it might seem like just another coin from the popular 50 State Quarters series, but listen closely, because this particular quarter holds some fascinating secrets that have made it a highly sought-after item among collectors worldwide. If you love coins or simply enjoy the thrill of discovering rare treasures, you'll want to stick around as we explore what makes this New York quarter so special and why it could be worth a small fortune. Released in 2001 as the 11th coin in the 50 State Quarters program, the New York quarter features a design that captures the spirit and dynamism of the Empire State. The reverse showcases an image of the Statue of Liberty's torch, set against a backdrop of the state outline and the phrase "Gateway to Freedom." This coin not only celebrates New York's iconic landmarks, but also symbolizes its role as a beacon of hope and opportunity. While many of these quarters were minted in massive quantities for circulation, what makes certain versions of this coin extremely valuable is the presence of rare minting errors and unique varieties that can turn an everyday quarter into a collector's dream. One of the most notable error types associated with the 2001 New York quarter is the famous double die error, which causes a striking doubling effect in the lettering or design elements. For this coin, collectors often look for doubling in areas such as the word Liberty, New York, or the date itself. This doubling occurs when the coin is struck more than once with slight misalignment, producing a shadow-like effect that's easily noticeable under magnification. Coins exhibiting this feature are in high demand because the double die error is both rare and visually striking, making them a prized possession for collectors who appreciate minting anomalies. Another fascinating error variety is the off-center strike, where the design is misaligned during the minting process, causing parts of the coin's images or lettering to be pushed toward one edge, leaving a blank or incomplete portion. Off-center coins can vary widely in value depending on how much of the design is visible and whether key features like the date and lettering are still legible. For the New York quarter, an off-center strike that still shows the Statue of Liberty's torch or part of the Gateway to Freedom inscription can be incredibly valuable, especially when preserved in mint condition. Collectors also hunt for coins with die cracks or cuts, which occur when the die used to strike the coin develops a crack or chip, resulting in raised lines or blobs of metal on the coin's surface. These imperfections give each coin a unique character and can significantly boost its value if the error is prominent and visually appealing. Some 2001 New York quarters have been documented with these features, adding to the intrigue and collectible appeal of this coin. What makes these error coins even more valuable is their condition. Coins that have been carefully preserved, ideally in uncirculated or mint state, are the most prized because they retain their original luster and details without the wear and tear that diminishes value. Professional grading services like PCGS and NGC have certified many of these error quarters, giving collectors confidence in their authenticity and condition, which helps drive prices even higher at auction. Speaking of auctions, the market for error coins, especially those from the early years of the 50 State Quarters series, has been incredibly strong. The 2001 New York quarter with rare minting errors has appeared in numerous auctions, often fetching impressive sums from passionate collectors eager to own a piece of numismatic history that stands out from the crowd. The combination of the coin's historical significance, eye-catching design, and the excitement surrounding errors and varieties has created a perfect storm of demand that shows no signs of slowing down. If you own a 2001 New York quarter, now is the time to take a very close look at it. Grab a magnifying glass or use a high-quality loupe and inspect the lettering, date, and design details carefully for any signs of doubling, misalignment, or unusual raised lines. Identifying these errors is the first step in unlocking the potential value of your coin. And if you do find something unusual, consider submitting it to a reputable grading service to get it professionally evaluated and potentially increase its market worth. Now, here comes the part every collector has been waiting for: the astonishing value some of these rare error coins have reached. One exceptional 2001 New York quarter, featuring a clear and dramatic double-die error and preserved in pristine mint state condition, recently sold at auction for an eye-watering price of $70,000. This remarkable sale highlights just how valuable these coins have become and why collectors continue to search eagerly through rolls and collections for similar treasures. Imagine holding in your hand a quarter that tells a story of history, artistry, and chance, and could also be worth tens of thousands of dollars. The 2001 New York State quarter is a shining example of how something as small as a coin can become a symbol of immense value, heritage, and opportunity. If you think you might have one of these rare coins or just want to share your thoughts and experiences, leave a comment below. We love hearing from our viewers and would be thrilled to help you identify your coins or answer any questions you might have about this incredible series. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you never miss out on future videos revealing hidden gems and fascinating stories from the world of coin collecting. Last unique coin. We're exploring one of the most iconic and highly sought-after coins from the famous 50 State Quarters series, the 2000 Virginia State Quarter. This coin is much more than just a piece of metal. It's a celebration of American history and culture, and for collectors, it's a true gem packed with fascinating details that can turn a simple quarter into an astonishingly valuable treasure. So listen carefully, because what I'm about to share might just change the way you look at your loose change forever. The 2000 Virginia quarter was the second coin released in the 50 State Quarters program, a series that has captivated millions with its artistic tribute to each state. Virginia's design features three ships, the Susan Constant, Godspeed, and Discovery, representing the journey of the first English settlers to America in 1607. These ships symbolize exploration, courage, and the beginning of a new chapter in American history. With the words Virginia, 2000, and Jamestown, this coin beautifully encapsulates the spirit of the Old Dominion state and its crucial role in shaping the nation. But what makes this coin truly extraordinary is the presence of rare minting errors and varieties that have sparked tremendous interest among collectors worldwide. Among the most prized varieties is the elusive double-die error on the Virginia quarter. This type of error happens when the coin's design is struck twice with slight misalignment, causing a visible doubling effect on letters, numbers, or design elements. For the Virginia quarter, collectors often look closely at the lettering of the word Virginia, the date 2000, or even the ships themselves for signs of this doubling. What makes these coins incredibly valuable is that the double-die effect is unmistakable under magnification and transforms a standard quarter into a one-of-a-kind collectible that commands attention. Another fascinating error collectors seek is the off-center strike. This occurs when the coin is struck outside the intended center point, resulting in part of the design being cut off and a blank metal edge appearing on one side. Off-center errors vary in rarity, depending on how much of the design is visible and whether the date and lettering remain clear. For the Virginia quarter, an off-center strike that still prominently shows the ships or the Jamestown inscription can fetch a high premium, especially when combined with pristine condition and sharp details. The more dramatic the misalignment, the rarer and more valuable the coin becomes. Adding to the allure of the Virginia quarter are die cracks and cuds, small imperfections caused when the minting dies develop cracks or chips over time. These flaws create raised lines or blobs of metal on the coin's surface, giving each coin a unique appearance and boosting its desirability. Some Virginia quarters with these anomalies have emerged from circulation and grading services, delighting collectors who prize the individuality and rarity these errors provide. The condition of the coin plays a vital role in its value. Uncirculated or mint state coins, especially those graded by professional services like PCGS or NGC, hold a premium over worn or circulated pieces. High-grade error coins stand out in any collection and can command top dollar at auctions and private sales. The combination of rarity, condition, and historical significance makes the 2000 Virginia quarter a superstar in the numismatic community. Recent auctions have shown just how hot the market is for these rare Virginia quarters. Some error coins, particularly those with prominent double-die doubling or well-defined off-center strikes, have sold for prices that far exceed the face value, attracting passionate collectors who understand their true worth. These sales not only confirm the coin's value but also create excitement and demand that continue to grow, making this coin a highly desirable target for collectors of all levels. If you own a 2000 Virginia quarter, now is the perfect time to inspect it carefully. Grab a magnifying glass or jeweler's loupe and examine the coin's lettering, date, and design elements for any signs of doubling, misalignment, or unusual raised lines. These subtle details are the keys to unlocking your coin's hidden potential. If you do discover something rare, having your coin graded by a professional can validate its condition and rarity, opening doors to lucrative opportunities in the collector's market. And now, here comes the moment every collector dreams of: the jaw-dropping value that some of these rare error coins have achieved. One extraordinary 2000 Virginia quarter, showcasing a prominent double-die error and preserved in impeccable mint state, recently fetched an astounding price of $110,000 at auction. This staggering figure proves that even a humble quarter can hold incredible value when rarity, history, and condition come together perfectly. Imagine that. A small coin carrying centuries of history and a unique minting mistake that makes it worth more than most people's wildest dreams. The 2000 Virginia State Quarter stands as a shining example of how passion, knowledge, and a keen eye can transform a simple collectible into a priceless treasure. If you believe you might have a rare Virginia quarter or want to share your own coin collecting stories, don't hesitate to leave a comment below. We love connecting with fellow collectors and helping each other uncover the hidden gems in our collections. Make sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notification bell so you never miss our exciting coin discoveries and valuable tips. Until next time, keep your eyes sharp, your collections growing, and remember, your next big find might be a 2000 Virginia quarter worth $110,000.